Was recognized.
Mr. Speaker, I was delighted to learn today from my son Michael, who's in the gallery with us here today, that who is visiting us, that well, we're looking at 40-mile-an-hour winds and blizzard conditions back in Minnesota. The snow is piling up, but my son's good friend and co-worker Toby Wooden, along with other kids and dads in our hometown, are bundled up in their garages and in their basements as we speak, designing and building their ultimate speed machines, the soapbox racers, getting themselves ready for the exciting annual experience. I personally have nothing but the fondest memories of long, hot summer days scrounging the neighborhood for old wagon wheels, axles, 2x4s, thin sheets of tin or aluminum, as all of us kids in the neighborhood scrambled to build our soapbox racers for the annual summer races down Cemetery Hill. These races were never formally recognized by the proper authorities, I must admit. In fact, we were frequently chased out of the cemetery by the superintendent and his subordinates, as well as being chased off the city streets, quite frankly, by the local police, who no doubt had our personal safety and the public safety in mind at the time. But law enforcement and the establishment never stopped us from enjoying those annual summer races. It was nothing but pure, creative, constructive, exhilarating joy and pleasure that we experienced in our soapbox derby racers. So with those golden days of yore in mind, I too am delighted to support House Concurrent Resolution 19, extending proper recognition and authorizing the use of the Capitol grounds for the Greater Washington Soapbox Derby on June 15th of this year. I would also like to acknowledge the steadfast support of this event by Mr. Hoyer, who has truly been a champion for his constituents in this regard. This bipartisan resolution has the support of the entire D.C. area delegation. On the date of the event, soapboxers from the Greater Washington area will race down Constitution Avenue to test their craftsmanship and their courage in soapbox derby racing. Children between the ages of 8 and 17 will be competing for the opportunity to race in the National All-American Soapbox Derby held every August in Akron, Ohio. Consistent with all events using Capitol grounds, this event is open to the public and free of charge. The organizers will work with the Capitol Police and the architect of the Capitol to organize the details of the event. Mr. Speaker, I support House Concurrent Resolution 19 and urge passage of this resolution. I reserve the balance of my time.
The gentleman